Well, hello, and welcome into this Roulette Rivals World Championship matchup between ChromeX and Joats. This is a Group H matchup between these two players, and we are going to be getting into it very soon. The spin itself is going to be arriving here in about 15 seconds. So, yeah, we'll be getting into it. The first map up is Bangkok. This one is chosen by ChromeX. The next one is going to be Ambrose Island. And then, yeah, we're going to be going into that and a third map, which I won't reveal until later, even though you probably know what it is. So, our spin is live. We have Jordan Cross, who needs to be killed with an explosive weapon while disguised as the Stalker, and Ken Morgan, who needs to be killed with a pistol while disguised as Abel De Silva. So, one of the things to note here is typically the Stalker is an off-limit disguise, unless the kill itself can be done remotely. And in this case, an explosive weapon kill for Jordan Cross can be done silently, can be done remotely, and therefore it is a legal spin. So we see Joats is currently hovering over the undercover starting location as the recording crew. It's for a very quick Jordan isolation. Meanwhile, ChromeX is already loading into the map right now. So, yeah, this one could be incredibly quick, depending on how these players go about it. Both players opting to start as the recording crew start. I think I'm a bit out of practice. It's going to be a bit until I get my speakings back. But, yeah, ChromeX is already in. He's got himself a, 7-second lead, which isn't really the most in terms of this spin. But, you know, it could make a difference. We could see just outside the photo finish window. Here we go. We see the tossed lure to bring Jordan around that corner. You should hear that from the recording booth, and for some reason, he's the one that goes and enforces it. And a very, very nice chain lure done by ChromeX. Joats misses the first toss. He does get the second. And yeah, he's going to be able to hook Jordan there. ChromeX, meanwhile, is going to be setting up his explosive kill right now, and that is good to go. He's just got to trigger that as soon as he dips into the Stalker disguise, and he is grabbing his agency pickup. I didn't quite get a chance to see what it was. It looked like maybe it was a Calmer, maybe it was a Seeker. Seeker would make sense. There's the knockout for Joats. Still just barely behind where ChromeX is, so this currently is neck and neck. Let's see, Joats is... What is Joats thinking of here? I think that's a micro-explosive. Is he... Okay, I think he thought he just had to do it. I don't think that he realized that he needed to be in the Stalker outfit. So that is going to be a restart from him, and he's going to be starting completely from scratch. It was a good setup, but you could tell he was trying to get the body close to the closet so that he could dump it really quickly. That could be a bit of a problem here. As now he is starting well behind, and ChromeX looks like he has this pretty well in hand. He's got the first kills completely set up and good to go. He's making his way over to Ken right now. Obviously has to grab the Abel De Silva disguise, but I don't think that that's going to be a problem for him, given how fast we've seen him move through this level so far. The chain lure once again by Joats. He's got the first hook, and now he's just got to wait for the next toss. There's the Abel De Silva NPC for ChromeX, and he is going to go ahead and head out to this balcony area so that he can get him just as soon as he gets onto the balcony. Okay, there's a toss distraction that should bring Abel inside of the room, no problem. And an excellent takedown by ChromeX. He's going to have the Abel De Silva disguise. Joats is opting to change into one of the bodyguard disguises, which I'm not certain of his reasoning here. I think maybe just to get himself into the lounge where Abel De Silva is. I don't know if he's aware that he can get in there with the recording crew disguise. Yeah, lots of enforcers of Abel De Silva for ChromeX, and he's going to go around so that he can avoid that. He does have himself an emetic gas device in that briefcase, so he'll be able to bring that right to Ken. Doesn't have to worry about trying to fire off a Seeker or anything like that. And Ken has since been fixed. He should actually go to a restroom, into a cubicle, and throw up in a toilet instead of the breadbasket, as we all know he used to love to do. Blunts and Beats pointing out there are less enforcers as a Jordan Cross bodyguard. Okay. That is more than fair. And so right now we're seeing about 1:38 of a difference in-game time. And ChromeX is he's just working on getting Ken isolated. And this is all time that Joats is going to have to wait out himself, depending on how exactly he plans on getting Ken isolated. So this is looking pretty good for ChromeX. Obviously, he's in the able to silver disguise, so he is going to have the bathroom enforcer here. He is going to have to work a way around this guy. He does have the Calmer. See him hovering over it in his inventory. This is going to be pretty tough. I don't know exactly what his plan is. See, this is also really good from Joats because he's able to get over here. And, yeah, he's just going straight for the Stalker right away. So he should be able to get this explosive kill right now. You see him change to the... Thank goodness he doesn't accidentally use the emetic gas device. And that is going to be a Jordan kill down. So first kill of the match, even though it seems like Joats is a little bit behind. We do have a bit of panic here. I know that his goal here was to get the enforcer outside of the bathroom panicked, but he does now have Otis to contend with, and Ken's only going to be sick for a minute. He doesn't have any backup emetics or anything like that, so he is going to have to get himself into that bathroom sooner rather than later, and the bathroom enforcer is still stood there. So yeah, so this can be incredibly problematic. Meanwhile, Joats is heading over to the restaurant where Able to Silver roams through, but Able is not here right now. He might have to wait for him to make his way back over here in order to go for the Ken kill. So yeah, lots of trouble getting into the bathroom from ChromeX's side, and still a little ways off, but it's looking more and more promising right now for Joats. Ken is on his way out of the bathroom right now. This is not looking great. He's got himself a target lockdown, obviously. He's got to get himself behind Otis. He has to take Otis out first. There's going to be the knockout on Otis. Surprisingly, he's still safe. He's just going to go ahead and restart, though, after that lockdown from Ken Morgan. I think that if you would have got him there in the bathroom, he would have been okay. But, I think he just didn't have a fallback plan for where to get him, so that's going to be a restart. Now, Joats is looking in a pretty commanding position as well. He's already got one of his kills down. He's got the Able to Silver Disguise, but let's see what his plan is, because we also know that he has the emetic gas device for Ken, and that was not the problem. The problem was getting into the bathroom as well. See Joats immediately heading towards that bathroom, and yeah, he's going to run into that enforcer. He's going to have to figure out how to move that enforcer. And I don't know how easy that's going to be or not. So he's currently heading, it looks like he might be making his way over toward the agency pickup, but he doesn't have an easy way to get over to it. Yeah, so he'll be trespassing back here. That could cause a lot of problems for him. He is, okay, it looks like he's going for one of the hotel staff disguises so that he can get himself over to where his agency pickup is. Very nicely done. And yeah, he'll have himself a hotel staff disguise. Meanwhile, ChromeX is currently running through his setup. He's got Jordan Cross about set up and good to go. He just needs to get his stalker disguise so that he can do the remote explosive kill. Oh, what's this? Okay, so Joats is going to be taking out the female hotel staff as well. I'm guessing just maybe she's an enforcer and he just wants to make it easier on himself going through this room. And he's going to head back out. And I'm not quite sure where he's going. Yeah, because he's got an agency pickup over on the right side. Which I'm guessing is his gas device. He still hasn't even picked it up. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I see. Oh, this is why of course he's got the hotel staff. He's going to do the Queen Suite in order to move Ken Morgan upstairs. And then he's going to bring his Able to Silver disguise back to him. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. He's got to be careful. I think Ken has stopped. Yeah, I think he might lose Ken here. Yeah, I think he just got a bit too far from him. Meanwhile, ChromeX is currently working on luring Abel de Silva around. It'll be a nice and simple lure round the corner. Let's see if he has a new plan in mind on what he should do for Ken. This is interesting. I've never seen Ken moved through here before. Oh, but he does have that room by the stairs completely cleared out. So yeah, so if he can get Ken over there, that is a great spot to isolate him. Okay, this is starting to click in my head. I'm starting to see it happen. All right. Meanwhile, ChromeX has made his way upstairs. He's in the Abel de Silva disguise still. He should be able to get himself up to the stalker without much trouble, but as I say that, he gets himself a pretty large whoosh. He will be able to get away. So this should be the Jordan kill taken care of for him. And yeah, this will be a lovely, lovely isolation for Ken. He's gonna have to be somewhat quick. He grabs the wrench, but he's gonna throw it at Otis again. Oh, he's gonna toss it over him. Oh, no. Don't let him get outside. Don't let him get outside. Oh, no. All right. Joats is using the panic to his advantage. Because it was a target lockdown, target runs to a guard and basically is like, hey, get me out of here. The guard takes him somewhere else. He doesn't go and investigate what the heck happened. But, again, this is just such a problem. Because obviously he's going to be compromised by Ken. Surely that's been passed on. And that's a huge whoosh over on ChromeX's side, but he is going to be able to get out of there very, 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 very carefully. All right, so Jordan is down for both, but obviously ChromeX is, I don't know, he's in a less precarious position. I am not sure that Joats is going to get his green guns back. He very well might, but I don't know for sure. We won't know until he kills Ken whether or not Ken has passed on the suspicion. I think that he should be fine. But then there's also the matter of how's he going to get Ken back into that area. So yeah, lots and lots of problems for him here. You can see the screen shake and frustration. Still plenty of time. Both players have made runs. Okay, yeah. So Ken is an enforcer. Where is he going to head? Is he going to head through? If he heads through this room, he's in great shape. He'll be able to get the kill here, and then he'll be able to tell whether or not he gets green guns again. If he goes around, less of a good spot to be. So let's see. He's also got that guard who he didn't peekaboo, but the guard is following him. Oh no, Ken's going to go through the kitchen. Okay, so he's got to get himself down pretty quick. Oh, okay, he grabbed his loud pistol. So very close, and he got it, and he's green guns again. He's able to get out of here. If he can get out of here quickly, ChromeX is pretty far behind, and he just red gunned as well. Yeah, so if Joats is able to get out of here, then this map is going to go his way. He does have to be careful, and you can see him kind of second-guessing where exactly he's going to go. Just making sure he's picking up every individual item, and he does have himself the wrench. So if he can get out to the tuk-tuk, he can escape pretty easily here, and that should be the map. So there's the repair. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Yeah, way to salvage it, Joats. That was absolutely fantastic. Did not doubt that it was possible, but definitely impressive to see. All right, so I am also the admin for this match, so give me a moment because I'm going to be just slightly silent while I try and do all this stuff in the background. But yeah, well done to Joats on winning that first map. We'll be going to Ambrose Island next. Let's see, what's a fair time? I'll do that. And we will accept that. So yeah, lots of frustration from both players, obviously, and understandably so. They both did pretty well the whole way through, and I can definitely understand. Like the frustration there from Chrome trying to get that Ken kill to work on that first run, which was flawless up to that point. Very impressed with Joats' ability to improvise in those moments, though. That was very, very impressive. And I think, being able to keep a cool head and just, I think he just kind of risked it. He was just like, you know what? I might get green guns back. I might not. I don't know. But I'm not going to know unless I try. So, congrats to Joats. I'm going to try to get another prediction out here very shortly. This one's for Ambrose Island. We'll only do 2 minutes on this one, because we don't have that much time before the spin. So get your predictions in if you so choose. And let's see here. Let me just make sure that all this is on the up and up. It does look like it. Okay, excellent. Excellent, excellent. We are ready to go at Ambrose as soon as that comes live. So this is Joats' pick. You can see from the lifetime performance, ChromeX has played this one time, has won one time, has lost no times, because obviously he's only played it the single time. And meanwhile, Joats has played this a total of 4 times, with 3 wins and a single loss. So definitely think that this is one of the maps that he feels at least somewhat strong on, and with good reason. When you're 3-1, that probably feels pretty good. And you have to feel good going into your own map pick, knowing that you just took your opponent's map pick off of them. Especially with the improvisation that was necessary there at the end. Honestly, didn't expect the Jordan kill to cause any trouble. Was also surprised that the Ken kill caused as much issue as it did. Definitely expected that to go a little bit smoother for both players. They even had different approaches, and both of them still struggled with the Ken isolation. The improvisation from Joats was just very, very impressive, and yeah, just lovely to see. And I think that's exactly what won him that map, excuse me. But yeah, this will be my first time casting Ambrose. It's not a map I am incredibly familiar with, so I'm expecting these players to teach me many, many things as we go into our next spin. And yeah, I'm super excited to see it. Especially if it's anything like that Bangkok that we just saw, because that was very impressive and a lot of fun to watch. Taking a look at the predictions, we're mostly split. Mostly split down the middle. More is on Joats, with a single person betting 1K, and Chrome has a single person betting on them with a mere 500. So, unless this is a draw, there will be a significant payout to somebody. But yeah, the audience seems split in this regard. I appreciate everybody coming out, taking the time to enjoy this cast, enjoy this game, enjoy these players, especially with Freelancer having just dropped. I'm sure that has taken up many a Hitman player's time today, so really appreciate everybody spending their evening with us as we go through this match. Or morning, depending on where you are in the world. So Joats is currently menacing the cook staff. It's absolutely fine. He looks a bit haggard. I'm thinking maybe the bartender should cut him off. I think that's more than fair. Color Lonely is still downloading it. Bloods and Meat says Freelancer is half-baked. Ooh, them's fighting words. Faye plays on Xbox. Yeah. You can still try to get into the beta, but yeah, you will need to install it on Steam. All right, our spin is live. So we have Noel Crest, who needs to be killed with a shotgun while disguised in the suit, and Akka, who needs to be killed with a falling object while disguised as the pirate. It is just a tech test right now. The game mode itself is pretty fun, though. Obviously, my views do not reflect the views of our RRWC in any way, but I very much think that it's great. And I think that there are a lot of people in the community who would agree. But yeah, there's bugs and all that good stuff, but, you know, it's still a good time. I'm glad that I'm able to play the test, that's for sure. Joats loading right in. Knew exactly what it is that he wanted to do. It does look like ChromeX is starting as the metalworker here. At least currently, that's where he's hovering over. There is a suit that is available on this map, so obviously starting locations are not limited by the suit start or the suit spin. Joats is immediately in here, and he's going to go ahead and grab himself a kitchen staff disguise, I'm guessing. Or not, no, he just came in here to grab that fruit that makes people sick. Or knocks them out? I can't remember. What's that fruit do? That knocks people out, right? Yeah, this is interesting. Let's see. What is Joats doing here? Okay, so he's dropped the knockout. Oh, okay, he's dropped the thing that makes folks sick. And he is going to be able to isolate Noel over here. And if he's got a shotgun in that briefcase, he's got himself a pretty good setup right here. There's a silent takedown, but he does also have, he's got these two that he's also got to worry about. And a restart from Chrome. You saw some screen shaking there. I think that he accidentally got peekabooed by one of the guards, and it caused him to screw up the timing for Akka just a little bit. There's a quick takedown chain for Joats, and he's got the guards knocked out, so he doesn't have to worry about them coming back and messing with Noel in any way. Let's see if this goes a little bit better for Chrome. There is a shotgun kill for Joats. This time, Chrome not getting the peekaboo. He will knock out Akka's bodyguard, and he does have himself a pirate disguise right now. He's just going to tuck her in, and I'm not sure where the falling object is around here, but I'm sure that that Chrome knows. Oh, he does get clipped a little bit by the camera there, so he's going to have to deal with those at some point. One kill down for Joats. He does still have to go take care of Akka, and obviously both players still have to take care of the server as well. All right, big whoosh over on Joats' side. I think that's more than enough to peekaboo this particular pirate. He'll be walking in here all by design, as Joats is going to get himself his pirate disguise. Pretty nice and quick. Let's see what his plan is here. So yeah, the durian fruit in hand for Chrome as well. Might be going for something very similar to what we saw Joats do. I'm not entirely sure what his plan is for that. He will have to come back at some point. Okay, so he's dropped it. He does get Crest sick. He also gets the patron of the restaurant sick. Joats currently in his pirate disguise as well. Let's see, what is his thinking here? He does have Akka approaching. And I think because he got the patron sick, Chrome is not quite happy with where Crest is going. I think he was anticipating him going down that dock, and now he's got to deal with him going this way. This might be a bit of a problem because this dock is going to be way more visible. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and restart. Oh, but Joats also with the restart. I was paying attention to Chrome's side, and I did not see what happened. But yeah, both players with a virtually simultaneous restart. So yeah, we'll see the same setup from both these players that we've been seeing. There's a durian fruit grab by Joats. I mean, this is a very, very quick suit shotgun kill for Nolan Crest. Obviously, let's see how replicable it is. But this seems like it's something that that Joats feels pretty confident with. Bumps into the target, but obviously it's a target, so he's not going to react the same way as a normal NPC. Yep, he's hooked him with the toss distraction. Meanwhile, the setup... Oh, no! Oh, no! The setup was going so well over on Chrome's side, but he accidentally did the next snap prompt on the knocked out guard. And that's going to be another restart, but being very, very careful, just going straight back into it. Oh, no, he's got a bullet impact noticed. He's missed twice. There's the third kill. The kill on the third shot. That is... Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and restart. I don't think that he wants to spend the time to kind of wait around. Oh, no, and Chrome gets himself compromised there immediately as well. All right, so both players running into a little bit of trouble here. They're going to have to tighten it up, but they have plenty of time. You know, they've got 23 and a half minutes left on the spin timer. That's plenty of time. Just take a deep breath, kind of reset yourself. Obviously, they don't know what we know, that they're both in the exact same spot, but... You know, I think it's safe to say that, you know, at this stage, your opponent either is close to finishing or they're also having problems, you know. So regardless, you just take your time and go through it as best you can. So once again, another setup for Joats here. There's the toss distraction. He's just got to be careful about where he sets Nolan up for this kill. Obviously, the last couple of times he's tried to move his way through here, he's run into a wall that he hasn't quite paid attention to or quite seen. I think that's caused him a little bit of trouble. There is the kill. Nobody is the wiser. Very smooth, and that is going to be one kill down for Joats. Meanwhile, we have the setup on Aka for Chrome. He does a toss distraction, but it was like the worst possible time as the kitchen staff turns around, and so he is not going to be fooled by that one. That's a good recovery by Chrome. He's able to utilize the fact that the kitchen staff would go and investigate where he saw the object fly and knock him out from behind. Or he just went and investigated the audio. I'm not sure. Regardless, there's the peekaboo lure again for Joats, as he's going to bring in the pirate disguise that he will swap into. Very simple choke out, and he'll just dump his body here in this area. Now, ChromeX has Crest sick along with his two guards. And it does look like Crest is going where he wants him to go down this dock, which has a heck of a lot less foot traffic. But what is his plan? Because if his plan is to knock out Crest and leave him here, he is going to have to get the suit and get himself back here to get the kill on Crest. He drops his briefcase, which has his shotgun, and that's going to leave that there. So that should be a silent shotgun. All right, Joats is about at the point where he had last made it when he failed and was compromised. Had to do the restart. That was what I had not seen, so I'm not sure what he's doing different in his approach here. I'm not quite sure what Joats' thought process is here. Is this bug zapper enough to be a falling object? Joats seems to think so. Alright, we'll have to keep an eye out because this is going to need to come up and say falling object. Got accident kill, unnoticed kill. Yeah, I think so. As long as that doesn't count as electrocution. Wow, I'm very surprised. I did not think that that was a falling object. Well, ChromeX has his Buccaneer suit, which does count as a suit in this regard. He shoots out the camera. He gets a bullet impact notice, but that is part of the design so that he can get himself through here. He does have another guard who's back here who has not been alerted to his presence. So he's going to have to be careful getting his way around here. Should be fine as soon as that guard walks back. There's the tossed explosive. He is getting quite a bit of whoosh here. But the whoosh will die off. Now he's still down here in this area. There is the shotgun kill. Oh my gosh, just in time as his bodyguard is making his way back. Thankfully, he doesn't see Nolan get pushed into the sea. All right, now Joats is in a bit of a sticky situation. He's going to have to get himself out of here without getting fully spotted. He does have... Oh, he's surrounded. He's got multiple people. He's got... This is going to be really difficult for him to get out of. It's totally possible. Oh, that's a pretty large whoosh, and he's running into another guard. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Because right now he's kind of getting sandwiched between two guards. He does coin toss distraction, but obviously he's going to be seen doing that. There's another coin. He's getting a big whoosh from behind him. It goes away, and he gets out of the trespass zone. Unbelievable. These improvisations from Joats are absolutely incredible. Very well done. Chrome is getting back to Akka, getting ready to set her up, but it's going to be too little too late, unfortunately. There's the key obtained by Joats. There's the finish. He's going to get out. Let's confirm on the SA screen. Oh, and then Chrome is going to rip there at the end, just kind of adding insult to injury. So that is going to be another Joats victory on that map. So we will award the win to him. And we will alert the players with a ping. All right. I'll go ahead and start predictions before I set up the other stuff in the background. Well done to Joats. Congratulations if you put on any channel points for Joats. The next map that we are going to is going to be Sapienza, as it shows on your screen right here. And there we go. Predictions are indeed live. All right, let's just make sure that this spin here is legal. Yep, 100%. Everything is good to go. That should be a fun one once it goes live, and we will see that here in about 4 minutes' time. So yeah, that was incredible. I did not know that that would count as a falling object kill. My guess is it just has a very, very small hitbox. It looks like it's meant to like start a fire. Like you puncture the oil barrel and then the fire comes down, or the zapper comes down, sparks the fire, but it looks like it has multi-purposes. Well, as long as it comes up as a falling object condition in contracts, it is a falling object. So, as unlikely as that seems, as long as that is the condition that comes up, then it should be a falling object. But that is the first time I've seen something like that. Drowning on the bridge once a word. I mean, that baffles me. I don't quite understand. But again, like, that's that's the rules. Like, that's how it needs to qualify in contracts as that thing, and then it counts as that thing for roulette. For the most part. There are some exceptions, but for the most part, it's that. All right, we're coming up on Sapienza in about 2 minutes' time. This one was randomly picked. It was not picked by either player. You can see the lifetime performance on screen now. 0-2 for ChromeX. It means he's played it twice. He's lost both times. Joats has never been here in a roulette tournament, in a Roulette Rivals tournament. So, if that's the case, the Molotov cocktail should not count as a fire kill. Exactly what I just said. There are some exceptions, and in the case of the Molotov cocktail, right now the exception is that it just, all methods with the Molotov cocktail count as fire, but that is the exception. So, you're absolutely right. You bring up a valid point. That is the exception. Worst thing about that drowning is that IOI is spamming feature contracts with it. I have noticed that. I saw one of them the other day. Or I don't even think it was a featured one. I think it was one that somebody had made. So Molotov should just be banned. Trust me, you're not alone in that thought. It's kind of a weird thing because anytime a patch happens mid-competition, it's kind of difficult to rework the entire thing. I think likely that might be what happens. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody, but it's definitely an option on the table. The main option that folks went with was it should count as fire, and that's just kind of end of story. But I believe most of the banned conditions for Roulette Rivals show that fire is banned from most targets, so yes, eventually it's just going to be removing that entirely as an option, or leaving it in as an option for targets who have other viable fire methods if people wanted to do a loud fire kill for some reason. Last thing on that drowning, it's easy with a briefcase drop. They would take it to the guard across the bridge, but annoying. Yeah, I've not messed around with it at all myself. I'm aware of it, but I myself have not played contracts enough to have experimented too much with it. Anyway, our spin is live. We have Silvio Caruso, who needs to be killed with a shotgun while disguised as Biolab security. And Francesco DeSantis, who needs to be drowned while disguised as the Bohemian. So, it just says shotgun. Doesn't need to be loud. Doesn't need to be silenced. It's whatever the players decide to do. I'm guessing we'll see silent shotguns. It's just an easier method of getting this stuff done rather than having to set up for a loud shotgun kill. See the main square tower start hovered over by Joats, and same goes over on ChromeX's side, so both going for an early Bohemian grab so that they can get themselves over to Franny in the proper time. Obviously, the Biolab security is going to be something that they go down for and then come back up for Silvio, so that's going to be an interesting one. That's going to be quite the interesting one. So, Joats is still kind of deciding what it is that he wants to do. He's got himself a Seeker, currently in the ICA safe house. He's also got the gas grenade. Quick replan here from Joats. Does look like he's going to grab himself a Seeker. And he does have a silent sniper rifle in his possession. Obviously, the sniper rifle is a very good tool for getting yourself through the manor undetected. Which seems counterintuitive, but, you know, it's just how it works. All right, ChromeX right into it. He's going to come up here. Oh, broke his guitar. That's mean. I don't think that that's very nice. But yeah, now he's disguised himself as the Bohemian. Opting not to delete the security footage now. He's obviously got the cameras in this hall that he has to worry about, but not that many cameras everywhere. So, quick restart from Joats. Yeah, this is one of those things where both players are most likely going to be employing the same strategies. It's just kind of a matter of who can get it done first, who can get to the end fastest, which obviously is the same for every roulette spin. But in this case, there's not really a faster or better way to grab the Bohemian. It makes sense. Oh, and just unlucky with the head turn there for Joats, and he's going to have another restart. So, a minute 12 ahead of the game is ChromeX. Obviously not an unassailable lead, but this is, he's got a heck of a lot less to do at this stage. using the sniper rifle expertly to get himself through the kitchen. He's obviously got one more camera that he's got to deal with, but should be a pretty easy thing to take care of. He is getting some whoosh from one of the guards. Doesn't get a peekaboo. Interesting, though. He does not get a peekaboo. And now it's kicked in? I'm not quite sure what happened. Okay, quick scope in order to turn the two employees who are currently having a conversation, and then he can blow open the door with the sniper rifle. Tries it again there on the unlocked door, doesn't quite work. You do see Joats is taking some time to delete the security footage. That's going to save him time needing to take out the cameras over in the mansion. So very similar and effective strategies from both players here. And yeah, ChromeX is here in perfect time. He is going to drop his sniper rifle, obviously, because if he's seen with a gun, that's going to cause problems for Francesca. He's got Francesca sick with the Seeker Dart, and she is going to go into the bathroom. Should be drownable from here. He's obviously got these two guards that he also has to deal with now. All right, now he's in a little bit of a sticky situation. Risky frontal KO, but he does manage to pull it off. He's going to go ahead and clean up the scene pretty quickly here. Joats is making his way through the kitchen as well. Gets some whoosh, but he is going to be fine. He doesn't have this camera to worry about, and he is going to go... He's actually going to go around... Ooh, he doesn't have a ton of time to get back. Well, he's got plenty of time to get up to Franny. Never mind. I take back what I was saying. And he'll get this door open and get himself up. Meanwhile, the drowning kill is taken care of over on ChromeX's side. And that's the longest kill. That's the longest kill that these players are going to have to deal with in this run, I believe. Joats is going to drop the shotgun on the stairs so that he can grab it on his way back, or maybe after he's got the biolab security disguise. Yeah, this timing will work out just fine for Joats as well. He's got himself the emetic gas grenade. He's going to toss it. It's got an excellent range, and yeah, he'll be able to get Francesca sick pretty quick. Now, because it is a tossed device, this individual, this guard, is going to come and investigate the sound. But that might actually be good for Joats, depending on which way this guard turns. He does have the other guard coming in, though. He's going to have to... Ooh, okay, he's going to have to either be quick. Meanwhile, an expert takedown chain from ChromeX. So now he's got his Silvio Caruso nice and isolated. And Francesca's finally been found, but obviously it's an accident kill. Perfectly fine to see. Okay, so Joats is moving the guard now. He's going to drown Francesca with that door still open. Banking on that door closing. It does, thankfully. Could have been quite worrisome if it hadn't. And yeah, the guard is going to step away. All right, excellent. Meanwhile, ChromeX does have the Biolab security disguise. He's also got himself a loud shotgun, so he hasn't brought in a silenced one. He's going to have to take care of that. Here is the remote EMP toss. And there it goes, nice and popped. And now he doesn't need to worry about, when he comes back down through here, if he decides to exit via the plane, he should be perfectly fine to do so without having to worry about anything else. All right, meanwhile, Chrome is currently dragging this body. Now, he's going to have to do this kill, and he's going to have to dump him into the box very quickly. That guard outside comes in incredibly quickly. There's the kill. There's the dump in the box, and he's out. Very well played. Very well played. Now he's just got to get himself to an exit. He's green guns. He doesn't have anything that he has to worry about. No bodies out that he needs to worry about being found. The ones that are out are tranked. He should be perfectly fine. He's just got to get himself to an exit. Shouldn't run into any enforcers. And this should be ChromeX taking a map away. It took until the decider, but he put it together very nicely. I mean, that run was absolutely incredible, which I don't think anybody should be surprised by. It is ChromeX that we're talking about here. All right, let me do some admin stuff here in the background. That is the SA screen. All right. Sending that. Accepting the spin result. Done and done. Well done by both players, obviously. ChromeX just able to get it together a little bit more. I mean, that was a quick way to do that Sapienza. So very, very impressed all the way through by both players. You know, the impossible improv that we saw over on Joats' side, the incredible Sapienza run there that we just saw from Chrome. Just absolutely amazing. And this was a very, very good match. It could have gone either way multiple times. So well done to both players on sticking this one out. And GG's to Joats for taking on the more points. But obviously, this is a group stage match, so it's less about winning the overall match and more about the points that you accumulate. So let's go take a look at the brackets and see how this shapes this group up. All right, let's see here. I need to interact. This is the most confusing layout. Hang on, I think I need to do this one. Yes, okay. All right, and this was a Group H match. Was it a Group H match? These names are not. I think we might have some mislabeling going on here. Give me a second. Yeah, this was a Group A, so I'm not quite sure why it was designated Group H, but I apologize. That was my bad. I should have double-checked. Yeah, so we have here the results should have been pushed onto Challenge, so this should be reflecting what we just saw. You see up there we have Mika in first place for Group A, followed by ChromeX, who only got 2 points this matchup, but still has landed pretty safely in second place right now. Frody, who's only played 5 of the games so far, but has won every single point he's been able to win. Danny Buddha and Joats. So that is the way that these are shaping up. So one more spot is available. Obviously, we have the 3 eliminations there at the end. The people who are unfortunately too far out of the way to be able to win it back and advance. It's the top 4 that are going to advance from each group. Joats is still not out of the running, but he's going to have to make sure that he wins out basically the rest of his matches if he wants to surpass Danny Buddha and get himself into that 4th place spot. So Mika should be advanced. I think so. I'm surprised that it hasn't fully locked. I think it just hasn't locked because technically Mika can be overtaken if Mika gets swept or you know, somebody else sweeps. Because obviously you have Froat who swept every match. Like, he could catch Mika in one more. They'd be tied for first. And so just because of that, I think that it's not just locked in at this stage. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the upcoming matches now, see what's on the horizon. And yeah, so these are obviously in Central European time. If you'd like to see these in your own time zone, go to hitmaps.com, scroll down to the upcoming matches section, fetch the upcoming matches, and you will be able to see what the matches are, what their map picks are, who's going to be casting it if a caster's already been assigned, and you'll also see them in your own time zone as well. There's also a neat little Twitch embed so that it will take you directly to the channel if a cast is already ongoing. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. Let's see who we can raid. Send you guys on your merry way. Oh, I'll choose an outcome. So congratulations if anybody did decide to pick Chrome on that one. Joats was dominating, obviously, for the first bit, but that was a very, very impressive run on Sapienza by Chrome. And that's the thing. You just can't count these things out. Okay, you know what? Excellent. We've got Agent Snail is streaming right now. I believe he's streaming some more Freelancer, which just came out, which I'm sure everybody here is excited for. Go Status Snail. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming out. Be sure to come out to the following RRWC matches, and make sure that you keep yourselves tuned to hitmaps.com so that you know what's coming up, all that stuff. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Get involved in this stuff. It's a lot of fun. Just a bunch of friends playing Hitman together is the best place to be. That's going to do it for us. We love y'all. We'll see you in the next one.